All right, let me check the CME here. Still on June. When does June expiration hit? June 21st. So the September contracts have volume. So I think I'm probably gonna trade. Yeah, I'm probably gonna trade September. Let's see here, 30,000. Yeah, 17. So it's September now. Did they? Okay. Good to know. Thank you, Hunter. I guess I should share my screen, right? We're really selling off here. All right, taking a peek at higher time frames here. Gold certainly looking like a short. Probably at the top of the new hour. Is it bottom or top of the new hour? Top of the hour. Yeah. So top of the hour we'll have probably an gold higher time frame short. CL just went long, triggered long, and Q still looking short. I'm actually finger on the trigger, ready to go short here at any moment. Might prefer to see a 5-minute inside bar, but we'll see. CL just went 2-1-2 up. All right, I have a buy stop order on CL above those highs, and I'm looking for an NQ short right now. Checking up on swings here. So Oracle, MU, Snow, and COP all up on the day. CVX, PD, Disney, Home Depot, Baba all down on the day. Oh, Baba's out. Not sure why I still had that. Oh, it was just filled from last Friday. Yeah, so Home Depot still what, like 200%. Disney's down about 2%. PDD's down a good chunk, probably 50-60%. CVX up 30%, 25%. And then the rest are up a real good chunk. MU over 200%, Oracle over 400%, COP over 300%. All right, I'm in CL 78.76 long. I will update once I get fully filled, 2/3 filled. $15-minute 212 up is the trigger there. I'm in NQ short 19.917.75. Okay, closing CL for now. I'm just going to put a buy stop at 78.80 for the full and just hoping it gets buy stopped in. Got the 2-minute 2-2 rev with the 5-minute inside. Stops are probably, well, they'll be the full 20. There's the outside bar on the 2. All right, stopped out. Actually going to flip 40.25 entry. 5-minute 212 up. 10 points there. All right, just floating around 10 points, looking for this new 15 or to just go 2 up immediately, but stops or break even. Got the 2 up, bounced straight off VWAP. No fill still on CL. Gold trigger in short though. Probably gonna wait for, well, no, it just triggered a 5-minute. I'm in short 2334.8. I need to buy more. Come on, NQ, you got it. Get out of here. Could just break this 15-minute orb and then go. Just moving back and forth right now. Gold dropping now. Back up to 10 points on NQ. Just struggling at these 50s. There's not even that many orders. Probably just because it's Monday. Got 8:30 news all week this week. Remember, no trades on Wednesday. The market is closed for Juneteenth. I'm going to close gold break even for now. Down about 0.1 R. NASDAQ hitting 20 points. Reason is because that 30 minutes inside and it didn't immediately go. I'll probably set a sell limit on that 30-minute bar. Vinny. So sell limit at 23.38. Or sorry, 23.33.8. Stops would have to be pretty wide. It'd have to be 7 points wide. No, 7.5. Call it 7. So, quick math. Okay. All right, filled on gold. Higher time frame trade. Gold short, 30-minute 2129, and about to trigger a 2-2 rev. New fiver coming in pretty soon here. I might stretch the gold stops to cover just that swing high, but we'll see. See if I need it. It'd be about 0.3, so. Actually, I'm just going to adjust it to 8 points. And this will be just pretty much just hit stop loss or TP because it's a 30-minute candle trade here. Okay. All right, Apple's at 215. Craziness. Looking at Meta longs, potentially Amazon longs. Okay, ES breaking through the 50s now. Taking a little bit of NQ off at 30s. Going 1R 74.25. Long. Finger on the close on the 1R. All right, closing 1 hour break even. All right, just watching for now. Gonna start switching focus to swings on the week. Logging in right now. Get my scanner running. There we go. That should start sending alerts. See what the rest of the market's doing here. Yes, sir. I'm great. How are you, sir? Oh, it was great. We did ours on Friday because we're blessed to have both sides of our family in town. So I did my dad's on Saturday and my wife's dad yesterday, and we did mine on Friday. So it was fun. Got some nice golf pants. Yeah, always. Gotcha. What was it? Sorry, you're kind of cutting in and out. Yeah. Yeah, that's better. Mm-hmm. No, it's a little different. So I try to keep it more 1 to 1. So I'll usually go break it. Well, usually I don't trim until it's a good chunk up. Like Disney a couple times last week had like 10 to 20%, but when we look at the Disney chart, uh, oh, the futures currently, gotcha. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. First trim is always break even. Yep. So after my first trim, it's always set to break even after. Mm-hmm. Usually, yeah. Yeah, yeah. On NQ especially. On the higher time frame trades, I'll wait until 1 R. But the reason I trim at 10, it seems like it's half R, right? Because my stop loss is 20 points, but I'm trimming at 10. But I know that on my recaps sheet, my average loser is 69.51%. So I'm not taking, that my first trim is really around 1 R of, on the back end, it ends up being about 1 R. Um, so that's the reason I right, right. usually, over time. Hmm. When I call 1R, it's based on the alert, so it's off of 20. But so on the back end, it ends up working out to be about 2R. Just for me and how I trim. Hmm. Right. Yeah. If you have it, yeah. For most people, and if you haven't had a chance to to watch my recent class on how to pass prop firms, I kind of go over that most people would do best by just trimming all off at 1R. My 1R account usually outperforms my trims account. Five out of 6 months it has so far this year. Uh, Gotcha. Yeah, it would vary. If it's clean price action, I'll move it to the 20. Yeah, if it's kind of like this right here, I would be taking it off at 10. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, yeah, well, um I'll say that like most I mean when you're back to fully trading, um I would say you're probably around like the 5 to 10 micros, just regardless of account size. Um, yeah, you're probably like 5 micros on a 20 point stop is $200 of a loss or gain. So, and when you have $1,000 daily loss, that's still 5 trades that you'd have to lose in a row to lose out. Um, so I would say that if you're truly just demo trading, I would just get used to seeing the size. But it's totally up to you. I mean, that's why people, Top Step recently made the change to go from micro to mini conversions, because it used to be that if you have the 50K account, you can only have 5 micros. You can't have 50 micros, even though you can have 5 minis. Um, so they made that change for the better. Um, and so most people use more micros if they're trimming, but if you're not going to trim, if you're doing like a 1R account, then minis are obviously better because they less commission. No, I don't. You would have to probably be, yeah, you'd probably have to be pretty precise on your entries. You'd have to have sniper entries versus grenade entries. So it's all dependent on what you do. Danny's not in here today, but Danny uses 10 point stops, and I use 20, but end up being about 10 point stops. But what you don't want is to have a mini on and intend to lose 10 points, and then stretch your loss to go 20 points, because then that gets messy for sure. So yeah, no problem. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's the hardest part, even for me, even today, is to just stick to the same size profit and loss no matter what the outcome is. My biggest struggle is if my first trade is a loss, it is really difficult for me to have the discipline to have the same size on my next trade, because how I feel, even though it's wrong, is that my next trade, if I win, is just worthless, even though really it's obviously not. Um, right, right. So that's what I would say is, and that's where everybody's a little bit different. Me personally, I like to see the numbers, and so when I was doing that spreadsheet for the class, it was kind of for my own good too, just to see like, hey, dummy, you'll go through drawdown, but you know, and if you don't mess with your size, you're totally fine. So I am, yeah, yeah. That one, that one's kind of tough because it's a long, or sorry, it's a, what am I even saying? It's a put. So it's not a long. I saw the green lines and was thinking long. So it's a put. And I was thinking of getting out last week on, I guess it was Thursday, and then we ended failed two up, and then we've gone two down, and then hopefully today we go two down. They're for June or for July, so they're just losing value. So it'll probably be a DCA, but I want to see a daily trigger first. I'm not just gonna DCA because I'm down. I'm looking hopefully for it to go below last week low. Yeah, 143. Those puts are the 135s, and if I look at my calendar, the 19th is 5 weeks away. And so I can measure out, an average weekly candle is 10 points. So I can go 10 points from here is 147 to 137 if it goes straight down. 137, 127. So, I'm probably going to end in the money if it does trigger the weekly trigger. So that's the only reason I've kept holding. But yeah, DCAs are more of a daily, because yeah, I mean I'm probably not going to DCA until Thursday at this point because unless today ends inside and tomorrow goes two down. But I would look for probably a 222 rev and for it to break through this low here at 145.4. And then if it breaks through that, then it's sellers are clearly in charge. So awesome. Love to hear that. You're very welcome. Out of NQ longs, I'm in NQ short 41.25. All right, 10 points hit there on NQ. Stops up to 44 here. And then I'm looking for ETF short. What's today? 17th. All right, stopped out of NQ. Gold. About to get stopped out. Oh, it's because this didn't get adjusted. There we go. Within a tick, really. NQ bounced off of a fair value gap on the 2 and the 5. And a new 5 right here. So. All right, stopped out gold. All right, kind of just watching right now. NQ popped out of its opening range and then popped back into it. We're in the first 30-minute opening range, but I'm more interested. I don't know. I could kind of go either way, really. 5-minute bounced off the fair value gap to go long is kind of what I'm thinking. Could see 20,000 again. All right, new fiver coming in. Joseph said gold might go for 48. Let me look. Yeah, outside bar. I just got caught in the outside bar early. Yeah, it could go for 48. New 30. What's that doing? 3-2 long. Could. It'd be the same stop as my short. I'm long in Q 69.25. Taking some at half R here. What did I say? 10? Oh, I said 20. I'm taking some at 5. Come on. One sec. The door was closed and it was getting hot in here. All right, gold futures going right back down after stopping me out. 15 is going to be a little bit away, so no entry for a little while. right, all out NQ. Kind of stuck in the middle right now. Oh, hey, Brandon. BK Shopify long? I don't know. I haven't looked at Shopify in a long time. No. No to the Shopify long for me. So I like gold's setup here, sweeping the highs here. Looking for probably a change of character and then getting in short for higher time frame. All right, inside bar there on the 2 on NQ. If I were leaning one direction, it'd be long, but it's a very, very slight lane right now. All right. Well, the 15 closed, and we're still pretty much in this same range as 45 minutes ago. This is where sometimes options can be a little bit more interesting. I mean, it's rare that all four of these don't move, but NQ and CL both, I think I got in at 77 or something like that, and this has only gone 10 points up total. Just a little bit of sideways action. Looking at ES longs here and subsequently SPY longs. I have a sell or a buy stop just got triggered 55.02.50. I'm gonna go 5 points. Oh wait, I want to cover this. 5502. I'm gonna go 7 points and adjust the size. Probably that. Seven points, so that'd be 1250. Or no, 950. Quick math. Wait, how did I not? Oh my gosh. All right, closing for a second. I need to go one tick higher. I hate when I get top ticked and filled on the ask. All right, little red today. Not horrible. Just not getting the follow through yet. And one trade could make up for all of it. So just going to keep trading the system. Got the 2-2 rev on the 15 on gold. just not interested in taking it short yet. I'd like to see the higher time frames get a little bit more, like the hourly is still just an outside bar. You know, if it gets under 35.7, then I'm interested short, but we'll see. ES, pretty much if it triggers me in, within 1 point, it'll go 2-2 rev on the 4 hour. And that would be ideal. Other than that, looking like a higher time frame day for sure. Oh, hey, IPA. And Q went 2-1-2 down. Taking it short, 55, 10 points. Finger on the close. All right, I'm closing. Minus quarter R. 2-1-2 down on the 5 should flush through. It did. And it missed my 10-point trim by 2.5 points. So just kind of sideways right now, and that's okay. Not willing to risk too much right now on a less than ideal setup. I mean, the 2-1-2 down is ideal. The less than ideal is that we're still in our opening range. I do see some downside. Looking at NQ, I do. On ES, I see the upside. Still have my buy stop order at 55.02.75 on ES, though. Invest 10 points, your stop or TP. It's kind of both. Usually it's my TP for sure, and then it ends up being my stop usually. But if I alert a 10-point stop, it means I'm probably getting scalpy and wanting to get a little higher risk to reward on the move. That usually happens when I think we're stuck in a range with the potential to break out, and then a 10-point trade ends up having higher risk to reward overall. But coming up to the close of my trade window here, All right, filled on ES longs. What time frame do you use for entries? I use the all of them, but primarily 5 minute and ish. 5 minute, and then I'll drop down to the 2. All right, let me see what my stops are going to be. 5502, 75. So 7. Yeah, 7 points will cover it. Right? Why is this showing lower? There we go. All right, that is the most confident setup I've seen today. And it'll probably run. Hourly is 2-2 rev. 4 hour is now a 2-2 rev. So this has the highest risk to reward, I think. NQ longs, maybe. New to the strat, but why such low time frame if candles can potentially be all over the place? So the more you learn strat, or the more you watch me trade strat, you'll see that I really love the feeder time frames. For example, look at ES, right? We'll go here. So I didn't take that off of a 2 minute. I took it off of a 15. So let me change this and make it look like this: 15 hourly and a 4 hour. So you see, someone's hot mic. Oh, IPA. So the 15 minute is a 2-1-2 up, and the 1 hour is a 2-2 rev, and the 4 hour is a 2-2 rev. So I want my lowest time frame to feed into the higher time frames. That's how the strat works. It's a domino effect. So the same thing if this was a 2 minute trigger and a 5 minute mid time frame and a 15 minute higher time frame. While we're inside here, I could be looking at the 2 minute and say, okay, we have a 2-1-2 or a 3-1-2 up, 2-2 rev here at 502. And then I can look down at my 2 minute and say, okay, I have a 2-2 rev here. I can get in at 502. For me, I was getting just the 15, so I got in, a little higher, but that's the concept. You want your lowest time frame to feed into your higher time frames, because your higher time frames are what moves the market, right? The hourly, 4 hour, daily. And so ultimately you want to be on that side because that's who's in charge. Higher time frame, big money, etc. So it's all about feeder time frames. Is the strat indicator you use public? It is. It's Expo Toolkit, and it is on my YouTube for free under a video called My Own Indicator. For free. All right, well, that's the only thing I have on. My trade window of when my trade plan says I'm allowed to trade is closing. I think I'm gonna add NQ though. What's this? 45. I'm in NQ long 76.50. What is this? 45 would put me. Get it like this. I'm just gonna go 25 points. Doesn't really matter. It's going right now. Just get the alert out and adjust. I'll just keep it at 20. There's 10 points. There's half R on or 4 points on ES. Okay, stops up on ES and MQ. VorFX, can you take a look at SPY currently and where you would take a trade, trying to learn, but can't see a play yet? Well, look at ES. ES is SPY, right? Looks exactly the same. But really, I mean, nothing clean yet. The only thing was that 212 up on SPY, but still, like I said, not super clean. It's kind of been the theme today. Okay, getting caught up on chat. I will. Let me see. I'll throw out my watch list for weekly swing setups for anyone who wants it, or I'll just send a screenshot in the chat. Other than that, uh, from my scanner, let me see if they're sending correctly. 612. Well, so on the back end, it is Thinkorswim is sending out an email to an email. Obviously, they're sending out an email, and then I have a desktop application that is trying to read those emails and then send it to the scanner. So when Thinkorswim was having their issues, it wasn't sending emails, obviously, and then but it looks like it's working right now. For example, 11:03 and 46 seconds, LVS was added to 15-minute inside bar in force. So if I go to scans, triggered 15-minute inside bar, and I scroll down, you'll just see the email that I was sent. So this is the scans only get updated when there's a new scan triggered. And it looks like the higher time frame ones I need to take a look at. No, they're working right now. Some of them are. The dailies are. Yeah, daily. Yep. But I want to see a weekly setup as well. But sometimes the terminal will, or the desktop app is through terminal, and sometimes it'll be a little finicky, so I have to just restart it. So if you ever notice that the scans are being weird, just let me know and I just restart it. But hopefully it's working a lot better. And then the ones down at the strat scans, those are through TradingView, so those should work fine. I think, yeah, those should work fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you think I should separate? So right now I just have scans, the daily, weekly, 15. Do you think it's fine all that in the scans triggered, or would you rather see time frame differences? Okay. I got to get the reaction rolls working anyway. Uh, they might be working actually. Somebody has them. I'll have to see. Because my bot just triggered. Oh, by the way, 1R hit on both of these, ES and NQ. Oh, 2R on, almost 2R on NQ. But yeah, so I'll if you think it'd be better to do it the other, to do it where it's separated days and what, I just have to move the channels. It wouldn't mess with the setups at all. But I can do that for sure. Yeah. So the yesterday's close could also be current setup, I guess. But the yesterday close are different because they're just daily candles. Also, they don't seem to be working. Just the yesterday inside bar. I'll have to look at that. They used to be inside. That's trading view setups. So that is only a specific, like a set amount of um a set amount of symbols, tickers. That's the word. Yeah, it probably was a while ago, and so all the stocks aren't on there, while the other one is scanning for all stocks above a certain, that have volume on the options chain and whatnot. So like LVS, I wouldn't typically look at LVS. I think it's Las Vegas Sand Corp, yeah. But if I look at the options chain, I would guess that I think the filter I have is that it has to have 500 volume on one option within the next month or something like that. So yeah, well, yeah, definitely not trading you. Yeah, so if I look at LVS, there is 1100 volume on the 43 puts, which is actually what I would buy if this weekly went under for this week. Then if I look at like July 40 puts, I'd be looking at the 42 and a half puts. They have 43 volume, so good enough for me to get in and out. Depending on how many I get, but for 1 day volume, that's fine. So yeah, the TradingView scanner is trash. At least I haven't looked at it in a while, but it was all just like, looking at candlestick setups and stuff, and you couldn't trigger your own scanner at all. So yeah. Yeah, and the Thinkorswim scanner can be super complex, like as complex as you want it to be. So that's why I like it a lot. But yeah, yeah. And if you have any suggestions, please don't hesitate to let me know. I want to get that to be pretty self sufficient and useful. So if you have anything you can suggest, let me know. I'm willing to do whatever. So alrighty. Well, both of these are just going to be going for a little while. Stop loss break even on both of them, and that's my trade window. So ended up being a mediocre day, but P&L's looking good now with the floating P&L. So alrighty. I will see you all here. Let me stretch this. 1675 limit. Okay. Alrighty. I will see y'all here tomorrow. I love y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Use stop losses. Don't believe I count one trade. That's silly. And I'll see y'all here tomorrow. Love y'all.